cross your mind. It's in your heart, love another. You can't leave me, darling, I don't mind. It's in your heart, you love another. You can't leave me, darling, I don't mind. You can't leave me, darling, I don't mind. You can't leave me, darling, I don't mind.
Well, I think the festival will continue to get popular, and as it gets popular, there will be growing pains. And so then the question is, how do you manage that? But that's kind of a technical question, I guess, that somebody like me would ask, you know, rather than somebody else. But as you know, somebody who's managed things his whole life, it's like, how are you going to maintain the same sense of community and the same sense of bringing people in as it gets bigger and bigger? There'll be a challenge of organization so that everybody can have the same great experience as crowds get bigger, and it's just hard. And so I applaud them in their effort, and I'm sure they've already thought about it more than I ever have. You know, I hope it keeps going. I think it's great. I think music allows them to escape and move to a different place, just beyond their normal daily up and downs, and allows them to elevate themselves to a place that they just typically don't hang out. I'm drawn to a live concert for a couple of reasons. One is because the people who are playing have done it so long that I'm interested in how they do it. I'm interested in how they create the sound. So it's about the music, but it's also about how do they actually do this and make this ball float in the air. And so part of it is I actually am probably my research nerdiness comes through as I'm analyzing how they actually create a ball of air and float it across the stage for 2 hours. To me, it's an impressive process.
Music lets me express my emotion, and I'm a soulful singer, so I like to belt it out, and I like to feel what I'm singing, and especially for me being a vocalist, it's about the words. The bass and the drums and the guitar come as one and dynamically express what's happening in the song. Just makes it all the more better. The whole thing about Shogren Shanghai'd is that we're consistently having a good time. And when the good time stops, then the band probably stops.
I'll be a hand grenade for Jesus. I'll spread his word like shrapnel. I'll be a hand grenade for Jesus. I'll spread his word like shrapnel. I'll be a hand grenade for Jesus. Spread his word like shrapnel. Now don't you cry for me. I'll be a devil child for God. We're gonna thump the devil. I'll be a devil child for God. We're gonna thump the devil. I'll be a devil child for God. Gonna thump the devil. Don't you cry for me. Well, don't you cry. Don't you cry. Sweet Mary. Sweet Mary. On my shoulders I will hold. Ammunition for the children of Zion. Our mission as foretold. All right. When my Tommy gun starts burping, Satan will be a hurtin'. When my Tommy gun starts burping, Satan will be a hurtin'. When my Tommy gun starts burping, Satan will be a hurtin'. bazooka's up and loaded. Can't hide behind the bushes, my bazooka's up and loaded. Can't hide behind the bushes, my bazooka's up and loaded. Can't hide behind the bushes, now don't you cry for me. I'll be a hand grenade for Jesus. I'll spread his word like shrapnel. I'll be a hand grenade for Jesus. I'll spread his word like shrapnel. I'll be a hand grenade for Jesus. Spread his word like shrapnel. Now don't you cry for, don't you cry for, don't you cry for me.
It's free, and while there are free festivals all over the place, in this region there's no such thing. And that's why we did it the way we did, is because there was no such thing. There is that old adage of necessity is the mother of all invention, and we invented a festival, but we invented it in a way that it has to be free. And it's sort of a big family reunion in a way. Last night we had about 1,000 people, so if you can imagine 1,000 people at a family reunion all running around having fun, that's kind of the gist of why we do it. It's a little bit different model than a typical festival where you'd pay, you know, like $30 for the weekend or something like that. So we're able to be flexible in the way we employ our resources or gather our resources, stuff like that. And when I say we, I mean everybody, because everybody is donating. They're donating time, they're donating money, they're donating equipment, they're donating spirit, happiness, they're everything. And so that's why it's we. And that's why the What Festival, or What Fest, is what you make of it.